What's going on? What's going on? Welcome to the podcast. Got a special guest by the name of Shisty. What's going on, Shisty?
What's good, brother? Thanks for having me, man. Nice to be here. You know what I'm saying?
Hey
In the lab.
man. Hey bro. Hey, thank you for coming through, man. Like I said, one me just knowing you, for a minute, and then also like just seeing when you started the brand, and then just seeing how you have progressed. You being consistent with your clothing, man, and it's like, congrats on everything, bro.
I appreciate that, man. Yeah, like you touched on a few times. We've known each other for a while, so like, yeah, you kind of seeing how everything's progressed over the years and shit like that. So yeah, hell yeah, I appreciate that. It's cool what you're doing too.
Hey, thank you, man. Thank you. Nah, bro. Give us a little background about yourself, man. Who's Shiesty, and give us a little background. And I know you started the clothing brand.
Okay, so my name's Kenneth. I go by Ken. I started Shiesty in 2017, but like I really didn't start making clothes till like 2018 and stuff like that. Shiesty, how can I describe this to y'all? Shiesty is basically me. Shiesty is what I picture what streetwear is supposed to be, what I think streetwear is supposed to come to. I'm still developing in my ideas and stuff like that, but I definitely think that Shiesty is something that I think a lot of people can relate to, especially in our time and era, and like with music culture and stuff like that. So it's definitely for the people. It's colorful, it's vibrant, it's in your face. It's pieces that people don't see all the time, you know. So I definitely think that that's what shiesty is to me. The meaning of shiesty is really just the vibrancy and colors and like yeah, that's I kind of base my clothes on colors and stuff like that. So yeah, that's what shiesty is to me, honestly.
Nah, bro. So like with your clothing brand, like me and you have had this discussion probably sometime in person, bro.
Right.
I have seen like I say, with your clothing brand, I feel like you have touched on a lot of different stuff. It's not just a one stop shop for a hoodie.
One stop shop. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not just for a hoodie and sweatshirts. You got jackets, you got the pants, you got
Hella
everything,
shit.
bro. Basically, and then,
Yeah.
but I feel like one thing when I think of shiesty, bro, one thing I think about is the shorts.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, like
definitely.
where did this idea come from, bro? Like like making the shorts. Where did that come from?
Um, I honestly think that was like my first thing that I wanted to do, and it was just I played sports. I liked shorts at the time. Like I still do love shorts, but I played soccer, so like it was a big thing. Like I would wear shorts all the time. So I always used to look at it and be like, man, if I'm trying to buy these Nike shorts or whatever it is, like it's cool and all, but they don't really have no uniqueness to them. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what
Okay.
brought about me making the shorts. Then kind of just understanding like okay, I was a big fan of like Don C and what he had going on with all his stuff too, but like at the same time I knew like I could bridge a gap between not making people pay the $500-600 for their shorts and like still having dope concept on shorts that people will love and gravitate towards, and it's very much unisex, like girls and guys can wear them. I'm branching into making more kids stuff, so yeah, I definitely think the shorts are like the coalescence of the brand. It's what made the brand. It is what the brand stands for. So yeah, definitely, and the shorts just make sense with the logo as well. So yeah.
Yeah, cause I mean, when I see the shorts, man, I mean like you got girls wearing shorts, you got rappers wearing shorts, you got people wearing shorts in the winter time. I mean, it's
All
like
that stuff.
yeah. So I was like, that's one thing when I think of Shiesty, I mean like the shorts always stand out to
Yeah,
me.
for sure.
So now let's talk about just doing shows, man. I mean like when you start doing shows, like I was the first show you did, and I was the last show you did. Talk about the progression through the first show and the last one that you did.
I definitely think shows is something that I value highly, especially because, like you said, I don't want it to just be a one-stop shop where it's just like we're selling clothes online. Like you have to bring it together with the whole culture, fashion, fashion lifestyle, fashion appearance as well. So like probably from my first show, I definitely was not knowing what I wanted to do, and like I was very nervous. I was definitely like new to whatever was going on. So like obviously I watched fashion shows. I tuned into a lot of stuff like that, so I kind of knew the basis of everything. But understanding like what pieces to bring out for a fashion show and like how to kind of um, design these people, the models who are wearing the clothes as well with accessories and like the music goes along with it as well. So like I definitely think now from like let's say my last fashion show, everything ties together and everything makes sense as in from what they're wearing to what is playing when they're walking to what they have in their hands and stuff like that and just in the order of where they walk. So I definitely think that from from the over the years of me just doing it, like I've gotten way better. I've done Fashion Week in Houston. I've done some stuff in Louisiana. I've done some stuff in Atlanta as well. So like yeah, so I've just been progressing and with the progression and it's something I love, like I'm always gonna get better, you know? So yeah, definitely. I definitely think that in the next this year I'm gonna try and do a fashion show in Houston. It's gonna be huge and you already know. So yeah.
Wow. Okay, and this goes to my next question, bro, because you mentioned how you have done shows in several places like Houston, Atlanta,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah.
and basically all over Texas, man. If we're being honest,
Yeah,
so
all over Texas for sure.
so my thing is like, let's talk about the importance of networking because if anyone go on the Shisty clothing page, we see you networking with rappers,
Yeah, different people.
models, so like talk about networking, bro, and how you're able to do it so well.
I definitely think network is your net worth. You know what I mean? Like if the amount of people you know gets you in the door between what you're trying to accomplish and where you can go and where you think you can't go. So I definitely think I think that's more important than even like for a person that who wants to start a brand or something like that, that's more important than like having that crazy piece that is going to catch everybody's eye because you can have that piece. I know people who make dope clothes, but they're not able to understand that you need to like network and build this community around it so people can show your clothes off more. You know what I mean? And I definitely think that taking the risk and going out your comfort zone to go to these places to do events, even if like sometimes you may end up not even like having a great event, but you met three or four people that in the long run we're gonna have a relationship and do more business, work, collaborate. You know what I mean? And
I
I
see.
think that's the key to growing anything and what you're doing is who you know. It's what they think about you, their perception of your what you're offering them and stuff like that. So and all those things develop more the more you're a genuine person and you're doing the right things and you're just putting in the hard work, you know what I mean? It takes time to grow. Like Rome wasn't built overnight. So like you can already understand that metaphor.
Nah, bro. Like I said, let's talk about like we just talked about networking. Now let's talk about just a brand. Like how has it changed your life, man, since you started? Like like your personal life. Like how has it changed you as a person?
Uh it's made me grow. I definitely think that I believe in God, so I definitely think this was like a plan that kind of was written in my story, you know what I mean? Just because like I can't honestly I can't see myself like being as mature as I am now, as focused as I am now, just as successful as I am now if I didn't have this brand or do what I wanted to do. And I definitely think it's changed my life in so many aspects. Like I look at the world differently. I value time more. I value relationships more because like from me not when I first started doing this to now, like I used to play soccer with doing this and everything as well. So like me being able to come out my comfort zone and just start doing all this stuff, it's like it's crazy. Like obviously like you always have the financial benefits from doing this and stuff like that, and it's like I will say it's not all cherries, it's not all pixies and daisies and shit like that. It's definitely a grind. So yeah, it's taught me how to be humble, work hard, and know your worth. Shit, that's what I tell people too. You got to know your worth. Like, know what you bring to the table and what you offer, and stick to that, you know?
Nah, facts. What this would be? I mean, it's kind of the same question, but I always ask because I feel like we all inspire each other.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just go ahead and ask. Like obviously, like say you someone that I've seen, just through your work, you've been very consistent since like day one. Since the shows you have done, since the things that you have accomplished. Now,
Yeah.
let's say anyone wants to start a clothing brand, 'cause like I said, you just said it's not easy, and people think it's
Yeah, I
as easy
think
as
it's easy as it is.
So like
Yeah.
just give us I mean, what does it take to to start a clothing brand and be successful at it, and what does it take to even to start? For anyone that wants to
Start.
start.
If you wanted to start, and I always tell people this is just be true to what you like. You know what I mean? Like the thing with clothes is that like a lot of people see things and they're like, "Oh, I saw this person do this, so I can do it in this way." But like a lot of times, I definitely feel like the world gravitates towards things that are unique, that have its own message. And that's another thing that's very key and that like I've learned in the past like year and a half is that like your clothing has to have a message. If it doesn't have a message behind the clothing, like there's no point in making clothes because you're just making clothes to make clothes at this point. And like that's not what we're here for. We're here to send a message with these things that we're doing. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe it's not always a message that's like, oh, improving yourself or whatever, but like each piece that we bring has a message and it tells a story. So it's a complete entity. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when somebody sees this on you, they understand exactly what this is, they understand the theme of whatever we're making. And yeah, people will gravitate towards it like that. And yeah, and as for a person who wants to start, if I could tell myself any advice 3 years ago, is don't give up. Shit. Like as cliche as it sounds, it's like because a lot of the times, a lot of people say, "Oh, damn, it's not working. I'm not making X amount of money," and you can't really think about financials and stuff like that when you're starting something from scratch. You know what I mean? It's just how it is. Like you just have to grind it out, and if this is something you love, you keep doing it, and the universe will bring things towards you if it's something that you love. You know what I mean? It'll give you opportunities for you to progress and opportunities for you to to show why you're here in that space. You know, so
Nah, facts, facts. Nah, bro. We covered a lot of topics, man. We talked about the networking. We talked about branding yourself, and just how you have progressed over the years and becoming who you are now. Now let's talk about where can we find you? Because like I say, you're someone that's put in the work for years. I'm from my from my standpoint, I feel like Shiesty has been around for like maybe up to 5 years now, if I'm correct, or even more.
yeah, a little bit. It's going on 4 years now. So
Yeah, so definitely. Well, where can we find you? But just to like tap in with Shiesty and just and
yeah,
just continue to follow you and just keep learning as you go and grow with you as well.
hey, girl. So if you guys want to follow us, which you should, anybody tapping into this, follow us on Instagram. It's Shisty Clothing, so SHISTY and clothing. You'll see it as the big S that pops up. If you are in Houston and you're a person that doesn't like to shop online, we are sold at Petty Cash in Montrose. We are sold at another store in Montrose as well. They just changed their location, so I will put that in my story so you can see that as well when Benro posts this up and everything. But yeah, so Instagram, you can always message us to meet up if you want to get merch on hand and stuff like that. And we are trying to progress and move out of the state and go to LA and put some stuff in Atlanta as well. So yeah, we'll be able to have a store very soon. It's coming. It's coming. I promise everybody it's coming. I know a lot of people been asking me about that. Yeah, but we got a storefront coming very soon.
Nah, Shiesty, I just want to say, thank you for coming through, brother. Thank you for coming through to show us some love. Like I
Yeah,
said,
for
I'm
sure.
a person that like just knowing you and also like seeing when you started the brand and see how you progressed over the years with it, and you being consistent and just being you know motivated to keep going, man. Just keep building your brand. So I
Yeah,
definitely I have nothing but respect for someone like that. So
Yeah, for sure.
definitely keep doing your thing, man. And like I said, thank you for coming through. And everyone else, watching the video, make sure you like the video, comment, subscribe, and then just show some
All that.
love. All
Yeah,
right.
show some love. Show some love. Love, prosperity. Appreciate you for having me, brother. Keep doing your thing. You know, you got my support. Let's go. You already know.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.